ladies and spoons, it's your girl Candy, and you're watching Sweet Addictions TV. Yes, honey. So listen, I told you I was going to start it back up and do the Vince and Tamar review tonight as well. So look, while I was waiting, honey, I did a little fish, what's it called? The fishbone little braid. I like it. My first time. It turned out pretty good. I don't know if you can see it since I got on this black ass shirt. But anyway, so okay, let's get to it. Now, like I said, I've kind of gotten over the reality shit. So if y'all like this review and y'all want me to keep reviewing it, like I said on the last video, you're going to have to remind me when it comes on, Chad, because I don't know. Okay. Now, it opens up with Vince and Tamar showing their new big-ass house. That house is fucking humongous, honey. And I'm going to tell y'all like this. If I had as much money as them, I wouldn't buy no house that big. I would not buy a house that big. Like, that's maybe, 10,000 square feet, a little over. That would be probably as big as I would go. Like, that shit, it's only them. It's just them two. There's no way I would buy all that fucking house. There's no way. But anyway, but hey, I guess shit, if you got it, you got it. Anyway, so then they're showing their friends, which is also another producer, and his wife. They're showing them the house, and then they come to the theater room, and they're like, look, it looks like a stage. And so Vince was like, yeah, get on up there, Tamar, and sing, right? So Tamar gets up there, and what comes out her mouth is, this is for this goes out to the overweight lover in the house. And then she, get your life, get your life, get your life. Somehow she said it, and it pissed off Vince, so he got up and was like, see, you play too much. And she don't understand why, but I think she always calling that nigga fat. Like, I think she always be fucking with him. And it's like, bitch, okay, that's just like, you don't want to keep hearing I'm fat, motherfucker. I know what the fuck I am. I gotta wash this body every day, bitch. I know I'm fat. I don't need you to say it. I damn sure don't need you to say it in front of company. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what irritated his nerves. And she probably was doing dumb shit earlier that day that we didn't see. And that's why he just was like, you know what, I'm going in my room. So then it goes to, they put together a dinner with a lot of their celebrity friends. And, Tamar basically asked, there's a lot of people at this table who work with their husband or their wife. How do you guys, live together, work together, everything's together? How, basically, do you keep it together? I guess what she was saying was, how do you not have so much, bumping heads or, start not to like this motherfucker and you work with him 24/7? And basically, Mary J. Blige broke it down like, look, if you love each other, you love each other. That's what's going to show. If you don't love each other, that's what's going to show. And Mary, you know how some people just seem like real serious when you see them, out as a celebrity, and then you might think, oh, maybe they playful, behind the scenes, but shit, Mary just seemed like straight, like she just blunt to the point, nigga, this is what it is, bitch, deal with it. Like, damn, Mary, you alright? Because even when Tamar was like, well, alright, Miss Mary J. Blige, she was like, still like, yes, bitch, it is what it is, And, she basically, the way she said it, it was like, you nigga, if you love him, it's going to show. If you don't love him, that's going to show. Drops the mic, walks off stage, gets a plate, licks her fingers, and sits the fuck down. That's how I was like, well, damn, Mary. Okay, so anyway, Vince goes and he checks out a new artist, and that was, pretty much blah. Bitch, is something about to blow up? Yeah, y'all heard it? I think it's this light. I'm about to tell my husband there's a shortage in this motherfucker. Cause it sounds like it's about to blow. Let me hurry up with this, honey, for light bulb be all over me and shit. Hopefully y'all can't hear it, so it only getting on my nerves. But anyway, so he goes to check out an artist, and I think all of Vince's solo parts is going to be blah. Because, I don't think he really want to do the show. He's doing it for Tamar. And, I mean, what exciting shit can he do? What's this going to be? So, that was, kind of bull or whatever. So, anyway, Tamar, she's at the studio being hard-headed as usual. Not wanting to listen to the vocal director and all that shit. So, the vocal director tells her to stand up and sing. A lot of times people tell you stand up and sing because it helps you sing through your diaphragm and all that good shit. And she's arguing, no, I want to sit down, and yada, 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 yada. So then Vince walks in. So then she gets up and she tries to do us right so she ain't gotta hear his mouth. And she gets pissed off because Vince is on his phone and she feels like he's doing everything else but paying attention to her. So they go out to eat and she does a little sidebar. Excuse me. Hold on, wait. Did I skip that part? Tamar wants to bring from me. Da, da, da. I don't know if I was mad because he does. Oh, okay. No, that's later. Okay. So they go sit down and go out to eat. But before they sit down and go out to eat, you know how they do the little confessionals or whatever. And she basically says that what's the point of her being with Vince if she can't get the 5-star treatment? Now, to me, that stuck out because that's like you're fueling the fire to everybody saying you're just with this man for the lifestyle. And I mean, she pretty much said that. She pretty much said, what's the point of me being with him if I'm not going to get the 5-star treatment? I mean, and that, not pretty much, just exactly word for fucking word what she said. What's the point of me being with Vince Herbert if I can't get the 5-star treatment? That's exactly what she said. So I was like, ooh, okay. I ain't gonna tell nobody else, But anyway, so then when they sit down to eat, they're talking about, her career, and she was like, she jokes and says, don't you want me to make a few million before I have your baby? Then Vince is like, I told you not to joke about that. Side note, why would she say that? She know this man been wanting a baby. Then she got his hopes up, and once he got sick, and she was like, oh, I need to give my husband a baby, and blah, blah, blah. She go and take fertility treatments and all that. Then all of a sudden, she just stops it. No, I ain't got time to have no baby because my body's going to get messed up, and I want to do my career. I'm like, why would you get that man's hopes up like that? I mean, my thing is, you've been trying to do this career shit for how long? I mean, damn, you could have gave the man a baby a while ago and get back into it. I'm just saying. I don't know. Tamar, I don't know. Anyway. So, then, on another confessional part, they asked Vince, they was like, Vince, are you upset that she decided not to have the baby? And he was like, no, I'm not upset. And then Tamar is on the sidebar talking about, don't lie, you man, tell the truth. And he was like, no, I'm not. She was like, don't lie. So he was like, why would I put our business, basically he was going to say, why would I put our business out? Like, but then he stopped because she kept saying, don't lie. So he was like, all right, fine. I'm very disappointed and upset that Tamar is trying to put her career ahead of me and our child. I'm upset and disappointed and I'm sad. And then so instead of her having like, the sad face on that, she's just over there laughing, talk about, you better be lucky you sitting down when you said that. Then the camera goes back to Vince and he's just like, I'm like, poor baby. Poor baby. Tamar, there's something about Tamar, she just don't get it. I think she really just don't get it. I can't even fault her because I think she really is just all about her. I don't think she understands it. I don't. This little piece of hair is getting on my fucking nerves, honey. And I just knocked mow it down. Okay, anyway. So, then she says she needs an assistant. And she says, I need a drag queen version of me. I bet you are a drag queen version of you. But then she says it. She says, I'm a gay man trapped in a woman's body. And remember, I told y'all that when she was doing the red carpet hosting for BET Awards. And y'all like, Candy, no, she ain't shitting me. Even she acknowledged that shit. But anyway, so she goes shopping with her new assistant, and she makes this man put on her dresses because she says she don't feel like trying on no dresses. So she makes this grown-ass man put on a dress. And I'm like, just because he gay don't mean the nigga want to put on dresses. I mean, if he wanted to put on dresses, I'm sure he'd be a drag queen. And his dumb ass does it, So then she fires the nigga because she feels like she did more work than he did. I'm like, Tamar, she's right by calling her fans Tamartians, because I really believe she's on her own planet. She really is. I believe it. And you can't tell me different. So anyway, she's talking in the confessional about something. She's saying, I can't never bring up something with Vince, and then if he brings it up, it's okay. Some shit. So Vince runs into the confessional. He got on a white tee. Because he wasn't supposed to be in the confessional. He just runs in to tell his part of the story. She's like, you need to go change your shirt. That is not the look we going for or whatever. And he was like, no, I'm not doing nothing. I just came to state my opinion. You need to go. He was like, you ain't dressed all that good. Because really she had on a cardigan. little sweater said. That was it. And she was like, when it comes to us, I'm better than you. And he said, that's your problem. You always trying to be better than me. You want to be me, but you can't be me. And he gonna say, chicks with dicks never win. And so he got up and left. And I was like, Lord, bless their hearts, honey. Then what happens? They go to the studio to listen to a song called Get Your Life. That's supposed to be her song. And she said she wants it to be ratchet, real ghetto type shit. So she changes some words in the song, and she asked Vince, do you like it? And he was like, it's cool. So she gets pissed because he didn't say it was hot. He said it was cool. But I'm like, okay, bitch, it's cool. You just jotted down some shit real quick, and we got to work on it. And then he gives a real good point, though. He does, because she was like, you a top producer, and you this and that, but he said, when he said, because at first I was like, she is right. I mean, damn, you are one of the top niggas in the game. You can't give me some type of feedback. But what he said was absolutely right, because I was agreeing with Tamar on that part until he said this. Like he said, y'all remember back on the Braxtons, all she kept saying, what was that dude's name? Did I write it? Herbert, I think his name was. That's all she kept saying. I want Herbert to produce my stuff. I want Herbert to produce my stuff. And he's right. So he got her what she wanted. And like he said, you never said you wanted Vince to produce your stuff, or, look over your stuff, go over you. You never said that. You said you wanted Herbert. I think that's the nigga's name, Herbert. And he's right. Not once did she say, I want you to go over my project and produced a couple songs. She always said she wanted Herbert. So he gave her Herbert. And he said, I'm just here as your husband. I'm not here as record producer, this, and that. I'm here as your husband support. And I told you it was cool. You wasn't happy enough with that, so now you mad because I didn't say it was hot. And that's true, Poe thing. And basically at the end of it, they were having dinner with their friends that they had showed the house to earlier. And Poe Vince, the whole time, he just looked like, I want to run away. Like, it really looked in his head like he was singing that song, I want to run away, I got to get away from this crazy ass bitch. That's what he looked like. I was feeling sorry for him. If y'all want me to continue to do this shit, because this was kind of boring because it was the first episode, so it wasn't all that great. But if y'all say y'all want me to continue to review this, I honestly believe that Poe, and I'm saying Poe, P-O, not even poor. Poe Vince. He just looks the whole time like, God, this bitch is, ugh. Poor baby. And like he said, if it wasn't for the love, I would have left a long time ago. And I believe it. I believe he really loves her. Otherwise, he would have been gone. Because think about it, that nigga rich in a motherfucker. Nigga, he rich, bitch. For real. So if he just wanted to dip, he could have been done it a long time ago. But he really loves that woman. But she works his last fucking nerve. I honestly believe she works his very last damn nerve. So yeah, that's pretty much how the episode went. If you watched it, tell me what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. If you agree with what I said, if you don't agree, tell me why, and maybe I can see it your way. But until next time, honey, as always, thanks for watching, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a motherfucking friend, baby, to subscribe and follow your girl on Twitter. Yes, honey. And make sure to Facebook friend me and follow your girl on Instagram. Leave a comment and put an FW after your comment if you want me to follow you back on Instagram. And I definitely will. All right, babies. I'm out. Peace.